Apparently it's a good one. Fuck it, here we go. I've got time to burn anyway.
What's up, guys? Just kidding, I don't care, because you're probably a POS.
Yeah, that's gonna get you some great audience retention. Call your audience pieces of shit right out of the gate.
Welcome back to my humble abode. Feel free to take a look around.
Oh, you mean your lonely cum cave in the garage? And if you don't believe it's the garage, take a gander at the mirror over here. It's reflecting the sliding garage door. Just like your last place, your existence is relegated to your garage. I wonder why. And he spends a lot of time in there, you can tell. He's even got like a mini fridge under here. Like some amenities. It must be great for your pedophile spouse to raise your kids for you so you can occupy your time with jerking off in silence, spending your time with teens and middle-aged women that think you're hot for whatever reason in your Discord, and playing video games. I mean, that's the goal, really. I mean, that's the kind of retirement I want. I'm just kidding. My name isn't Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm playing Tomb Raider right now.
I would not have guessed that, since this is the worst possible angle you could have ever filmed a video like this at. Since your body is not only obscuring almost the entirety of your game screen, this angle is just weird anyway. You should have titled the video POV you were walking home from high school and then you were kidnapped in a Tesla and tied up in this idiot's garage so you could listen to Waterbrain ramble about how he's innocent for 10 minutes. It's more accurate of a title, I feel. It's just the vibes that are emanating from it, really.
I wanted to rant about something very important.
Well, that's a change of pace for you.
You guys already clicked away from the video because you're a piece of shit.
People probably clicked away from the video because it looks like this and you keep calling people watching it pieces of shit. And because the blanket that's draped around your lower half might give people the impression you're not wearing pants. Ugh. PTSD, OnlyFans, flashbacks.avi.
But what I wanted to rant about was the fact that you got a bunch of people who are talking out their fucking ass about shit they don't even remotely understand.
I'm listening to one right now.
Specifically, people saying, oh, just because the police decided to say, oh, we're not even going to actually bother arresting this guy or doing any process associated with taking someone to court because...
Despite the fact that they investigated you, which is a process that is initiated in taking someone to court.
Uh-oh, looks like he's not even remotely guilty. They look at that and they go, oh, well, the police can't determine whether or not someone's guilty.
Imagine being so absolutely fucking stupid that you think the opinion of an individual singular officer on their report is representative of the entire department's opinion of that case. A case that's co-investigated with the FBI. Did you miss the part of the report where there was a special agent assigned to this that's doing their own investigation? Or are you conveniently leaving that out because you're so desperate for a win? You think somebody's saying, I personally don't think something happened here, but that not being representative of anyone else attached to the case is a win. Like, I love it.
You know what the police do? They straight up look at someone and they think, is this even plausible? Is this person even accused of a horrific crime? And if this person isn't accused of a horrific...
That's not what cops do.
...crime, and there's no evidence to support anything that someone's saying. Literally, one of the people said, I don't even know if a crime occurred. They said that to the police.
I like how he's just like jumping through this report. Like, I don't know whether or not he's just doing this because he skimmed the report or he's cherry picking, but this is so ridiculous. Do you think that that's what the FBI does? I'm not going to ignore the fact that you're being federally investigated because nobody should. It's ridiculous to do that. The FBI has to exhaust every lead, every possibility, every accusation, everything. And they're going to take inventory of the fact that you have a documentary made about you by motherfucking Chris Hansen and Discovery Networks. If that got on their radar, there must be something to it, and they're going to investigate that there must be something to it. They're going to dig into the fact that you owed the IRS shitloads of money. They're going to be able to dig into what you did with that money. And from some of the things that Edward Snowden, of all people, exposed, We found out that the FBI can get phone records, text records, communications records from all of the devices in your home, like your computers, your laptops, your cell phones, anything and everything, without your consent or even really needing a warrant. The fact that the FBI, according to how I was reading this report and what I took away from it, has stopped communicating with local law enforcement, that should concern you. That means that they're more than likely focusing in exclusively federal channels now and how to prosecute or like pursue this. Like, but you wouldn't know that because of course you wouldn't.
They said they didn't even know if a crime occurred to the police. And you're like, well, please go ahead, arrest them. The person complaining doesn't even know if a crime occurred, so that means you gotta arrest them, police.
That's not even remotely what people are saying.
You guys are so fucking stupid that it's unbearable.
That's a tall statement, an ironic one.
Like, I'm looking at a bunch of people destroy an innocent person's life, and they don't even really have a justification.
You live so much in the third person that you're putting yourself third person to your own experience, and frankly, who destroyed your life more? Trolls like myself, these women, or yourself that put yourself in these situations to begin with? Like, I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. How can you live in such a cognitive dissonance that you cause something to happen that has bad consequences befall you, and you're so incapable of taking accountability or receipt for it that you have to find anything and everything that isn't you to grab onto, and that's really what's to blame. Like,
for doing so, other than they don't fucking like the guy. Why? Because the guy doesn't fucking sugarcoat shit to you guys.
here's a tip: if you don't want to be in controversy like this, don't try fucking teens exclusively and try fucking someone your own age.
Doesn't suck your dick every single time you fucking click on a video going, hey guys, this is why you're better than someone. This is why someone else is shittier than you.
That's what you made a career on, though.
That's what you guys need, don't you? You need to look at a video and someone tell you, oh, this person's terrible. This person's awful. And this is why you fucking cocksucker watching this. This is why you're such a great fucking person and they're a piece of shit. That's why you love cancel culture. You don't care about facts. You don't care about evidence. All you care about is whether or not someone's sucking your dick, playing the video, you watching the ad, giving them money, doing everything you can.
I've seen your OnlyFans. You're not really an expert at sucking dick, Greg.
And to continue the endless cycle of just shitting on people who are completely and utterly devoid of any guilt.
I haven't had communications with 14-year-olds in my 20s and into my 30s. I didn't create a form rating the bodies of girls as young as 13 years old and asking them to write my username on their body. I didn't get into a controversy where I asked a fucking 16 or 17-year-old girl to allow herself to be chained in my fucking basement and so I could shave her head and tattoo "I'm a liar" on her body and shit.
And then you fucking feel good about yourself while doing it. You say, oh,
are you really that fucking stupid that you think people have negative opinions of the behaviors they observe you engaging in because they have some savior complex? Like, your psychology is so enigmatic. It really is. It's not about that. It's about that people have a right to be offended by things they think are inherently negative or damaging to the rights and autonomy of other people. You don't even understand these concepts. And this is why I said over the years, I think this guy's like legitimately mentally, not just ill, but kind of mentally disabled. Because he doesn't intellectually understand agency. He doesn't understand autonomy. He like may understand like what the definitions of these words mean at the abstract, but there's no cogent ability for him to like grasp onto that concept and go, oh, people have the right to be their own person and they have nuance and they're not all just like lumped into this one category of the entire world and then there's me. I'm surprised this guy never became a Scientologist because that's kind of like how those people view the world. There's the entirety of humanity and then there's us. You're either on the plate or out of the arena.
Oh yeah, it doesn't fucking matter if there's no evidence. It doesn't fucking matter if there's actually no crime. It doesn't fucking matter if there's no one actually accusing anyone of a fucking crime.
Why are you shitting your pants over this then? Why are you mad, bro?
We're just gonna say that this person needs to be fucking shot in the goddamn head because it makes me fucking feel good.
I think that should happen to you because you have the proclivity of finding people who are in very desperate and very desolate, depressing areas of their life, either through familial abuse, relationship abuse, genuine, just clinical depression, and exploiting it for your own personal gain because you are an insecure fucking faggot, a borderline incel who thinks so little of the agency of another person that what hurts them is just gain for you because you can exploit their trust and make them feel better about themselves and have an in to get in their pants, because that's all it really is at the end of the day. Like, say what you will, but Farrah raped me, but you clearly made everyone understand who wasn't a fucking idiot that your goal was just to fuck this chick. And it's how it's been. That's your modus operandi with all the relationships, because the goal is just to get in the girl's pants. You're like Chris Chan in his Love Quest. And the only reason you have a spouse is I guess you were stupid and forgot to wear a condom or just didn't want to wear one. And you got stuck with 2 kids and you don't want to pay child support. You don't want to pay alimony. So now you've got to stick through it because you're a big fat pussy who doesn't want to fucking try to be an honest human being and treat people with decency or respect. Like, but of course, no, that's not why people don't like you. It's because they just function purely on vindication. That's it. That's the lifeblood that fuels the human race. Or at least Kiwi Farms, which is, you know, not something that should surprise you.
I swear to God, I see all these people commenting and they say, oh, the police just got it wrong. Really? The official fucking investigators whose job, which by the way, they actually have a fucking job, their official fucking job.
No, it's that people just misinterpreted what that report represented, which is absolutely nothing. It's borderline irrelevant. That's just the personal opinion of a singular officer assigned to a case. It doesn't mean anything. The fact that the report ends with "there's nothing further at this time" means that they haven't closed the investigation. It's an open-ended way to end a report. So I don't see how this is a win.
Their only job is to investigate alleged crimes and determine whether or not people are guilty. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. No, you know who knows what they're fucking doing? A bunch of dumb shit YouTuber who probably don't even have a goddamn high school diploma.
Oh, so Mr. Adult Education here is gonna flex. All right.
Yeah, those are the people that should determine guilt. Those are the people who should decide whether or not someone goes to prison or not.
You're a failed MP. You don't have the right to shit on the achievements of other people in their adulthood. You are you. I mean, you're like literally your own category of failure. There are plenty of people out there who've succeeded that don't have high school diplomas. So fucking what? There's like so many tech billionaires that dropped out of high school and started a tech startup that exploded because they said, fuck this rat race of public education. I know what I need to know to get to where I want to be. So get out of here. Fucking, I bet if you passed a Mensa test, you'd be one of those fucking assholes that would go around and say, see, look, I'm a member of Mensa, an organization where we blow each other about how smart we think we are. Ooh.
A bunch of fucking people who don't need any credentials whatsoever.
What are your credentials?
Don't actually need to be involved in the situation. You don't need to talk to any alleged victims directly.
Well, he actually stopped. Look at the fucking screen. He actually stopped playing his game. He's so butthurt right now.
Don't need anything. All they need is their gut feeling and fucking a bunch of bullshit rumors online to determine whether or not someone's guilty of something.
This is all stuff you're being accused of that you put out there yourself, idiot. This isn't fabricated shit. people's opinion of your character is based solely on content you yourself uploaded to the internet. Then I'm talking about before all of this controversy with Sarah and all that nonsense, okay? Did you really think that people were going to be too surprised to find out that you'd been fucking around with a girl as young as 14? And then to just throw your spouse under the fucking bus? It's just like, you know, like it's not transparent that's what you did. I mean, you're both involved. You're both guilty as sin. But it's just like, this is hilarious. Holy shit.
That makes complete and utter fucking sense, you inbred dipshits.
Okay, well, you know, I'll just sit over here with my normal sized noggin and you just drain the fluid off your brain.
That's internet junk.
You want to talk about inbred? I mean, I'm just saying that the apple did not fall off the tree. You ever seen a side by side of this guy and his mother, and in their relationship dynamic, by the way, until she decided to kick this piece of shit to the curb, apparently. Imagine, by the way, for those of you that are old fags like me about this, like the fucking strife this guy had to have caused his fucking family to the point crazy Tammy kicked him to the curb. Like, good lord. For those of you that are gonna watch this, you know, on Bitchute of all fucking places, that know the lore. Like, good lord.
Justice right now is you don't need anybody with any fucking knowledge or education.
He's not even playing the game. Look, he's literally just standing in place.
Or training on how to determine whether or not someone's guilty of something. All you need is a bunch of fucking dumb fucks with ads running next to their videos and a little bit of personality spunk, and boom, you have a whole
oh yeah, dude, I'm paused up with personality spunk.
fucking trial system set up for a just world. Let's go ahead and start a whole fucking documentary promising people. I actually had Chris Hansen. He made a fucking video. He goes, I'm going to be a journalist before you go to prison. I'm going to be a journalist after you go to prison.
You know, Chris Hansen contacted me to be on that. I turned it down because of a job opportunity that was burgeoning at the time. I didn't need to be on something that was going to be rerun on television. And, yeah, well, turns out that maybe I should have just bit the bullet and did it. But, you know, life happens. So, but yeah, no, I was offered that. Of course, this dumb shit will think that I was offered financial compensation or something. I was offered nothing, and I don't care. You know, I would have done it for free.
And guess what fucking happened? There was a warrant out for Chris Hansen's fucking arrest.
There was a warrant out for my arrest when I was younger for the same kind of thing. You want to know what it was? It was a bench warrant for being late to court. You don't get to just stretch the truth on that. He was involved in a case where they were prosecuting somebody caught, I think, through his show, and he had to testify, and they miscommunicated the date that he was supposed to be there, and he was late. So they put a bench warrant for him to appear. It's not even a serious warrant, that kind of warrant. It's just that they want to detain you just to make sure you're there for the court proceeding. And in this particular kind of circumstance, if they do that, 99% of the time, if you're even in the state, they just notify you, hey, you've got to appear. We had to reschedule this hearing. If you don't, then we will put you in jail. They've quashed it for now. Show the fuck up. When it happened to me, I was slightly late for a court appearance. I showed up. I didn't even know that I was late because of a similar miscommunication. They quashed it right then and there. They didn't give a shit. They're like, yeah, I did put that out. You know, go ahead and quash that. That's all the judge did. So nice. Let's just stretch that. Let's take a warrant and just stretch that shit as far as possible.
Look it up. Chris Hansen. Even if you search Onision, one of the recent top articles is that Chris Hansen had a warrant for his goddamn arrest. How fucking ironic. The dude who's...
What is this guy gonna do when he finally does get arrested? Like... Is he just gonna go, you got me? Like, what?
Big...
This is fucking hilarious. You took a literal nothing burger and you're blowing it out of proportion like this simply to make a point.
Talk. But saying, oh, you're gonna go to fucking prison for this thing you didn't even fucking do, and that isn't even a crime. Yeah, big fucking talk. Warrant out for his goddamn arrest.
You can't even monitor the shit you say. Oh my god. Like, Jim, Jim can't swim, which means, you know, the guy who runs the channel, not the narrator, because I actually know the narrator for that channel, and it's actually not Jim, but even the narrator, maybe. When this guy gets arrested, and if they release the interrogation video, I swear to God, do the video. I swear to God, this guy can't stop telling on himself. This thing I didn't do, but it's not a crime. If you didn't do it, how could it not be a crime? Do you not? He doesn't even pay attention to the tells in his own statements. Good God, you're about as good at lying as a 5-year-old that got caught with his dick in the cookie jar.
And it's weird coming from a guy who actually had to turn himself into the police prior for writing bad checks, for being a fucking con artist. And that's who you guys fucking supported. That's who
you fucking tried to rip off your taxes to the tune of $500,000. You're no better than somebody that writes bad checks. And to be really honest, I can forgive someone who writes a couple of bad checks in a moment of economic desperation than somebody who purposefully tried to deceive the government so flagrantly even that they made a video satirizing what they were in trouble for to like laugh in the government's face. Hey, fuckhead, when you rip off your taxes, you're ripping off people like me, you're ripping off people like your neighbors, you're ripping off everyone else in your community because you're an egotistical fuckshit who says, I don't want to pay the same as everybody else has to pay because I don't feel that I should lower myself to their level because I'm so irresponsible with my money I can't pay back what I owe. Fuck you. If somebody writes some bad checks, it's fucking stupid, but you know what? He's made up for it. I don't give a fuck, and I don't think anybody else should reasonably give a fuck. Okay? You were in fucking like $500,000 of back tax debt, all because you thought you could fucking scam the system and win. So get the fuck out of here.
Believe you said, oh yeah, Chris Hansen's gonna get this Onision guy because there's a fucking laptop out there, right guys? There's a fucking laptop out there. Oh wait, but the laptop just magically disappeared. You know, if only that laptop, he got away with it because there was a fucking magic laptop that
again, like I said earlier, they don't really need just a laptop. You don't know what evidence has been accumulated against you. And this was one of the things that I said earlier that Edward Snowden had exposed, or did I say that in a previous take? I don't know, but one of the things that he exposed was that the FBI and the government can accumulate any sort of evidence they need on an individual without their knowledge or consent. They don't need a warrant for it. The Patriot Act signed all that into law, and that's one of the major problems with the Patriot Act in a lot of cases. In this, it would be absolutely hilarious in this particular circumstance. They can go into the computer that you're using right there that you're sitting at. You can go into your phone. You don't know the resources that the FBI has. You don't know the resources that even local law enforcement has. So this assumption that it's all just a laptop and that's it? You're such an idiot. What is with pedos having this narcissistic tendency to think they're way smarter than they are? You know, stupidity and pedophilia go like straight hand in hand. It really does. It really does. You saw it with Robert Casio, seeing it here. You saw it with Ian Watkins. The guy was so flagrant, Ian Watkins, about what he was doing. His fucking laptop password was literally I fuck kids. They just like try to rub it in society's face, like what they are and what they've done. And see, look, I got away with it. And that's what catches them every time. You just see it here, too. It's like once you recognize it, it's like, okay, well, too bad, because you're a fucking idiot who doesn't realize how stupid they are, accusing everybody else of being stupid and just coming to conclusions based on nothing. But we've had literally a decade to see you get into the same controversies, like over and over and over again with the same turnout every single time. So what are people supposed to believe? Are they supposed to live in a cognitive dissonance where they just ignore what's staring them right in the fucking face? No. But apparently he wants people to do that because doing so would soothe his ego. ...
wasn't even Onision's. I want you guys to process that through your stupid fucking heads. You thought that Onision was going to go to jail because there was a laptop out there that wasn't even Onision's.
Well, that remains to be seen. That's your statement. All it takes is one scan of the hard drive, one scan of any of the user data that's on there. There's all kinds of, there's literally gigabytes of metadata that can be gone through on a laptop to determine whose it was. How can you have administrated like websites ever since you were like 14 and not know this?
Really, guys? Do you even pay attention to the most minute of facts? You pay attention to any aspect of the evidence chain? The fact that this laptop wasn't even, it didn't even have my data on it. It didn't even have my history on it. Did any fucking dipshit YouTuber...
So what about computers that do? Again, he doesn't even pay attention to his own statements.
even let you know that that wasn't Onision's laptop?
According to you, but I'm not going to trust what you say because you're a well-known pathological liar. You've bullshit all kinds of things to get your ass out of trouble. I go by what the metadata of the computer itself it says, because that can't be bullshit. I ought to know. I work in tech.
Why the fuck would I go to jail for something on a laptop that wasn't even my laptop?
Because if you put anything on that laptop that is illegal in nature, like you boned this chick at an age we didn't even know you boned her, and you were an egotistical fuckwit that filmed it so you could beat off to it later, it wouldn't matter that the laptop wasn't yours. You can still trace the file back to any of your cameras that it came from, and you're still busted. This has happened before.
You guys are literally the dumbest motherfuckers, and you wonder why I don't want to make comedy sketches for you dipshits, because you don't deserve entertainment. You don't deserve...
Are you kidding? This is the most entertaining thing I've watched in a while. Like, I can't even imagine, like, the sheer volume of the water just sloshing around in your head right now to come up with this ridiculous argumentation. This sort of, like, cerebral spinal tidal wave would have been able to unstick that evergreen boat from the fucking canal it got stuck in.
Deserve to have even a shred of fucking happiness when you go around destroying people's lives.
Listen to this motherfucking psycho. You don't deserve to be happy because I'm unhappy. You must be great at parties.
Based on shit that...
Oh wait, that's right. You don't leave your house or have fun with other people. So, yeah, you must be great at parties because somebody can have a party and never have to worry about you showing up.
It's not even good evidence. It's not even evidence.
Okay, then what's good evidence? Again, he fucking... Please tell me that you're keeping track of, like, how many times he does this. Like, I almost want to have, like, a tick board over here. Just like, oh, okay, another one. What's good evidence, then? If you want to catch me, you need to look at this evidence instead. There's got to be like an actual like police interrogator that's watched this and is just laughing his fucking ass off right now at how easy it would be to crack this motherfucker. Like,
it's nothing. And yet you don't care. You're like, oh, this guy says mean things to me and it hurts my feels, so he deserves to die.
You don't hurt my feelings. You give me great entertainment. You bring joy to my soul to see somebody flop around on the ground like a fish out of water trying to think this is a fucking way to defend themselves.
That's your goddamn logic. And you guys are horrible, horrible fucking people, and you don't even fucking care. That's what's so insane, is you don't give a shit that you're terrible people. You'll instead say, oh, the police are incompetent. The police don't know how to do their jobs.
I think the police are doing exactly what they need to be doing. I just think that there are a small number of people out there that misinterpreted what it was that this report represented. And that's fine, because not a lot of people know how some of this legal shit works. The reality is, this thing is irrelevant. And that's what makes this video so much better for me, really, is that it's irrelevant. It's a single officer's opinion, their opinion of an interview that they conducted, which is not representative of the department. It's not representative of the prosecuting attorney's office. It's not representative of the district attorney's office, state attorney's office. Again, this is being assisted by a special agent of the FBI. They all have to come together on one solid ground. And that's not been established. But this guy takes one dude's opinion, says, see? you're doing exactly what you're accusing other people of doing, which is not what they're doing. Unless you're talking about a very small minority of people who don't understand how this process works, which again, like I said, is fine, because this is kind of sophisticated stuff. You should be shitting your pants more that the FBI is not really communicating back much with local law enforcement, because that means they're going through federal channels now. And being federally fucked, that's pretty fucked.
You're better than the police. You're smarter than the police. The investigators
Depends on the jurisdiction.
are all fucking
I'm kidding.
dumb. The world isn't fair. Justice doesn't work the way you want it to because you're right, they're wrong. You don't need a fucking any reason to believe that someone's laptop is their laptop. You just need some dumb
All I need is the metadata of that laptop. All I need is the encrypted digital data inside that laptop that you can't alter. Certainly Sarah wouldn't be able to alter. Nobody else would be able to alter. Certainly not that other guy, what was his name, Vince, that he was working with, I think, would be able to alter. Stuff that's literally hard-coded into that computer that is unchangeable, but is set up when you create your user account. Or anything else that's data on that computer that traces back to you that is unchangeable. Computers don't lie. People lie. Computers don't lie.
bitch who started a GoFundMe to replace the laptop for 5 times its value to say, yeah, there's
Somebody that you wanted to be your little guardian kid, you're calling them a bitch. Somebody you wanted to, like, fuck in the butt in the shower, they're a bitch. Ooh. Oof. Hurts.
stuff on this laptop, guys, and never tell you what specifically is on the laptop.
You started a GoFundMe to not, like, lose your house, and you're flexing over a laptop.
Never explain what crime occurred, and when she actually does go to the police, when this dumb fucking cunt goes to the police, you know what she
I'm a feminist, guys. I don't hate women. I really hate women.
says? She doesn't even know if a crime occurred. That's what you guys are basing everything off of.
Do you know how many times people have brought investigations to the police because they're unsure if their rights were violated? Millions. Every day. Do you know when people sit down and consult with a lawyer as to whether or not they want to pursue civil or criminal suit against another person, it's because they don't know if their rights have been violated? Millions. Every single day. The average person is not astute enough with the law to know whether or not they truly have been, in the eyes of the law, violated in their rights, even if they may feel violated in their person. And it's totally okay if a person says that during an interview. It's like, I don't know if a crime occurred here, because they understand that it's on the jurisdiction they're under to determine that. And the opinion of one guy is not going to be enough to sway that jurisdiction. Because a single police officer is not high enough on the food chain to make that determination. And in that kind of line of work, it really is a food chain.
She goes to the police and she says she doesn't even know if a goddamn crime occurs, and yet you guys are saying Onision should be raped in prison. Onision should go to jail for life.
I don't think that you should. Like, because we live in a pretty PC culture, and I don't know what would happen if I put my real opinion out there. But I definitely can say that I know you would be. Because you exude a lot of feminine qualities. And you would be passed around like a bicycle. And, yeah. I mean, what I'm saying is that I don't think that you'd win in a wrestling match between somebody your size and somebody like Wes Watson's size. You know, is what I mean? Big Herc. Big Herc. Cheek buses. Wig splitters and cheek busters.
Onision should be killed. Onision, kill yourself. Kill yourself. Kill yourself, Onision. Over and over.
You love yourself way too much to ever kill yourself, so it's not even remotely a worry.
Over and over again. A dude who built a 13 fucking year career entertaining you inbred fucks.
Again, you're one to talk about inbreeding. You built a 13-year career fucking doing everything you could to drive your life into the ground because you're terrible with people skills. You made a career making an ass of yourself. I mean, it's entertaining, but maybe not for like the reasons you expected. Like, I mean, all I did, you're like, is literally like what I am doing now, surely out of boredom. Like, I don't consider that a career.
Saying I care about you fucks. Literally dedicating every fucking waking hour pretty much.
You haven't had any meaningful employment outside of being paid by ad revenue to make videos. So don't come and try to make this about like, oh, I dedicated my life to do this for the, you know, entertainment. It's because you needed to survive. You couldn't just live with your mother forever, dude. You needed to make money. You sat on a big nest egg from YouTube because of your few popular videos from back in the day. And when you blew through that money, it became more about desperation. So shut up. This is so stupid.
To entertaining you assholes, and after all of that, you believe some dumb fucking drug addict, drug dealer, self-admitted...
Oh yeah, it's like sipping from the fucking vodka in the water bottle. Like, we've never seen that one before. Hi, I did that shit in fucking 9th grade. I did, which I'm surprised the teacher didn't catch. That was some fucking very, very saucy stuff. You know, so yeah, nice. Call someone else a drug addict, Mr. Alcoholica.
Prescription drug dealer.
Prescription drug dealer. She sold Adderall once. Wow. As someone who's taken Adderall, who gives a shit? There's certainly a lot worse out there than Adderall. And the majority of it at one time I had put in my body. Who cares?
This person is a self-admitted felon who I kicked out of my life for being a felon and for admitting to raping me, apologizing for fucking raping me.
Raping me? Why'd I have to be raped? I got raped. I was raped by the 14-year-old I, like, totally wanted to live in my house and watch fuck my wife. You fucking admitted to, like, fucking this girl, like, countless times when your wife said she was not like okay with it. You just said fuck you, I don't care about your feelings. What else did you think we had her in the house for? Like, we know you boned her on a bed that your fucking infant child was sleeping on. Like, holy shit. Imagine being such a fucking cougar. Like, you have so little self-governance and self-control that you fuck on a bed your fucking child is sleeping on. Like, holy shit. Like, I imagine he's just sitting there like even Drago, and he's just like, if the baby rolls off the bed, if he dies, he dies. Like, Jesus Christ.
And you guys look at that and you go, this is the person we want to fucking back. This is the person we want to fucking support.
I don't want to support somebody who's such a negligent, or I don't know. I have my own take about it, but let's just go with the public's general take. Who's so fucking stupid and negligent that their kid took a 2-story swan dive out of a fucking window on the garage fucking driveway, and your response to it was to film it. Like, fuck off. I'd rather trust somebody who has no gain from lying about you, only loss, than somebody who seeks to gain everything from telling their fucking narrative, who also was nearly negligently responsible for, like, potentially the death of their own fucking child. So fuck off.
Hey, thanks for your 13 years of fucking entertaining us, and for...
Hey, your kid's gonna say in that amount of time, thanks, Dad. I'm fucking mentally and physically crippled because you don't have any idea how to be a parent and stop coming in the garage. Thanks.
Giving it your
I can't fucking walk right or think right. Thanks, Daddy.
all, Onision. Thanks for all the fucking viral videos you made and all the awesome shit you did on YouTube. But you know what? We're gonna believe this piece of shit that you...
Yeah, thanks for all the great content on your OnlyFans, because I needed to know what an infected scrotum looked like.
kicked out of your life.
I needed to know exactly what it looked like if the chest burster alien from those movies was actually someone's penis.
For being a literal piece of shit, for admitting to raping you. We're going to say that they're
raping you. How did she rape you again? Like, this is the funniest part of this fucking narrative. Like, how did she, like, what did she pull out, like a 14-inch, like, studded fucking ribbed rabbit included fucking strap on and just fuck you in the ass in a, like, locker room shower? How did she rape you? Jesus Christ. You're like a fucking weird, like, bobbling waterhead fucking mutant. Like, you're much bigger than this, like, little girl. How did she rape you? Exactly. Like, you know what the fucking funny part is? Like, again, you're like, oh, you people want me to be raped and beat up in jail. What do you think would happen to you if you were in a fucking cell with a bunch of motherfucking hard-ass motherfuckers who've got kids on the outside? They don't want to be in jail. Some of them might be going down for a few years because of any number of stupid things that lead you to get in jail. Maybe even just a few months. And you thought that this is something they wanted to hear. What do you think they would do? They'd beat the shit out of you. Because here they are missing their kids, and you're trying to justify emotionally fucking over somebody else's. Like, Jesus Christ. And at worst, sexually exploiting them, too. Like, they haven't heard this shit, especially people that are, you know, kind of been through the system a few times. This kind of shit from people exactly like you before. Jesus Christ.
Completely fucking legitimate. And when they finally go to the police and they admit that nothing fucking happened, and when the police report comes out and the police are like, dude, this person literally said
one cop,
they didn't think a crime occurred, we're going to say that the police are fucking incompetent because they didn't just...
Nobody said they were incompetent except for like 2 people. I think that not really surprising that one person who is injected into this massive like well of insanity and drama hasn't the faculties really to piece all this together. This is a big bunch of shit that your controversy encompasses. It really is. When I brought it to the FBI back in 2015, I had to take a lot of time to make it coherent, to make it cohesive. Okay? It's not easy. It's not easy at all. Because you have to make sure that you package this in a way where they can understand this isn't just internet controversy. It stemmed from that, but is so much more real and concrete. With Austin Jones, it was a lot more cut and dry. With this, it has a degree of sophistication because it's happened over such a long amount of time. I don't really think the police are incompetent. Here, at least. I have my opinions on all that stuff, but this is not the video for that.
Make up a crime out of their ass. Instead, they listen to the person say,
I made a crime out of my ass the other day when I had some Chipotle.
I don't even think a crime occurred. They listen to common fucking sense. They listen to the person, someone say the fucking, that nothing fucking happened. And you're still going to say, well...
Do you think that a cop would have that same opinion if they sat down and listened to this? And you know what's hilarious, too? If you've got nothing to hide, and you're basing your opinion that these people are bullshitting over an interview that they were in, why did you decline to go on Chris Hansen's platform? I don't understand it. You have nothing to hide, but you're hiding. I mean, like, the one thing that would exonerate you. Like, and you refused it. You even made, like, a ridiculous... You wanted him to pay you $350,000 in an appearance fee. Even Tom Cruise would say that's atrocious. But like I said, if you have nothing to hide, why are you hiding?
The person who said that they were a victim actually admitted that they don't think anything fucking
Nice victim blaming.
happened and that it wasn't a fucking crime. But I still think he should go to jail even though there's not a fucking crime and the victim said there's not a...
Look, they may have had a knife plunged into their chest and the knife may have come out of my kitchen, but hey, if they didn't find any fingerprints on it, I'm O.J. Simpson. Jesus Christ.
fucking crime. You guys are so fucking retarded.
Stop making sex noises, at least for you.
You're so fucking retarded, and you're gonna
That's ironic.
kill someone socially. You're gonna murder someone socially for this shit.
You did it entirely to yourself by pursuing relationships with people that were significantly younger than you and in really bad positions of their life that they didn't need a relationship to get through what was happening to them, but more needed a therapist. There are different kinds of love, dude. Not all of them need to involve your penis. That's what you call it. Call it more a xenomorph.
You're gonna make it
And that's almost an insult to xenomorphs.
so they fucking lose everything. They lose fucking YouTube partnership, their fucking job. They use their Twitch partnership. They use their goddamn TikTok monetization. They lose everything.
Maybe it's because you're just too controversial for these platforms, and the fact also is that times are changing for controversial content anyway. That's just the way things are going. I think in some regards it's kind of bullshit, but really, who wants to platform some fucking idiot sitting in their garage playing Tomb Raider? And if you haven't been noticing on his screen down there, his character's been running around in a circle while he's been rambling this whole fucking time for like 6 minutes in the video's time code. So for 6 minutes, he's like running around in a circle. Like, who the fuck thinks that's profitable? A lot of these partnership programs now on platforms are based on like what's profitable. So if you look at users on TikTok, or you look at users on like the remnants of what is now YouTube, because everybody's moving to platforms like TikTok, which damages the human attention span even more. You look at these people being kind of, in an own way, they're like professionally marketable for those platforms. There's something that brings in audiences. There's something that brings in money to these platforms. What does this bring in? Oh, we're going to make so much money about this guy screaming about stupid shit nobody has context for unless they were previously known to this drama. It's going to make us millions of dollars. No. You know, it's like, look at like Moist Critical and stuff. Like, at first I didn't really understand like why he's like making millions of views, because he's a guy who's doing essentially what I'm doing, just talking into a microphone on a camera. But it's whatever it is that it's attracting people to it, that's marketable enough to get more people to pump sponsorships. I guess it's because he's a video game. I don't fucking know. But you're just old hat. You're irrelevant. Nobody gives a shit. You lost these partnerships because you're too fucking controversial. You're a fucking asshole that manipulates the DMCA and copyright claim systems of platforms to your benefit, and you're irrelevant. You're too big of a risk, and nobody gives a shit about you anymore. Deal with it. It's not 2007. Who fucking cares? And as far as losing things outside of YouTube, what are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about? That's all your fault. You couldn't control your spending. You couldn't control your recklessness with your finances. You couldn't control blowing your money on big expensive cars, big expensive houses. You literally bought a house for $300 fucking $1,000 less than your fucking near $900,000 house when you had your big house, simply to fucking film videos in. Who in the fuck makes purchases like that? Who? You bought two $150,000 cars, or $110,000, whatever the fuck it was for the Tesla. You're just blowing through money left and right, making reckless purchases, and you blame it on other people that you now live in a shitty fucking regular ass neighborhood house compared to the digs you used to have, which is unfortunately for the world 3 blocks from a high school, in an area also where there are places teenagers could frequently hang out if they wanted to on weekends. You went from a mansion to that because of your own lack of self-control. Nobody did that to you but you. Man up and take some responsibility, dude. I mean, I know that'll never happen, but like, the statement still stands.
Because there's no fucking crime? Because you just don't fucking like someone. You're a piece of fucking shit.
He's mad.
And the fact that you still have people commenting going, well, the police are wrong. Why? Because they didn't see a crime, and neither did the alleged victim. Nobody saw a fucking crime. Nobody had evidence. Nobody had any fucking state
God, imagine being in the other room and having to hear this.
To even say there was a crime? You guys are so fucking stupid, and you're gonna burn in hell for all eternity if there is one, because there's no getting out of this, dude. You guys are so unforgivably fucking retarded.
I mean, all of my favorite bands are probably in hell if all the Christians who beat the shit out of me with religion as a kid were right. So I'm not really... Am I, of all people, you know, gonna be upset? Oh, well, this is no different than the world I just came from. Because there's no possible way this world could get any worse than it already is.
Fuck you.
He's so mad. Oh, God, you guys weren't kidding. This was a good one. Oh, boy. Wait, has he got another one? Or is this the same one?
Hey,
Oh, my God. This is a different one.
just wanted to, right here, make a video.
So is this before or after? Is this the come down of the manic state? Let's keep watching. It's only 4 minutes.
About a recent revelation that's been out for apparently over a year. Turns out Onision's innocent, according to an official investigation.
He talks about himself so much in the third person.
So to Jacqueline Glenn, congrats on all the money you made. To Repsian, congrats on all the money you made.
He's so bitter, you fucking...
Every Plus, congrats to all of you guys. Repzilla, Social Repose, Blair White, everyone who made money off this witch hunt.
I made no money because I don't care. I can make money. Don't need YouTube.
Congratulations to you. An official investigation just said I'm innocent.
An official investigation is not what said you were innocent, because nothing did. It was the opinion of one officer that didn't know what to make of his interview.
I say again, an official investigation that came out apparently over a year ago.
You know what's hilarious, too, is that he doesn't even understand how that doesn't exonerate him and makes him look even more like he's hiding shit. Because if you were actually innocent of something, you would need to point out, well, I didn't even know that I was innocent. According to this paper that came out a year ago, I didn't know about. I am, though. Like, I mean, normal people would be able to delineate how that just sounds fucked. Of course, normal people also don't have mostly a liquid state of brain matter.
The investigation you guys were talking about, that was going to blow the lid off everything, that was going to get that evil Onision. Turns out I'm officially innocent.
No, you're not, because that's not what this represented, you idiots.
And I really want you guys to think about what happened. Okay, if this report came out a year ago.
I mean, the fact that he's blown his load this early on this kind of thing goes to show me, at least, that he probably lasts like 30 seconds tops in bed. Because, I mean, like, you're blowing your wad over nothing. Like, this is literally irrelevant.
Why did the documentary ever get published? Why did Repzilla continue to post videos? Why did Jacqueline Glenn continue to post videos?
Because you exude no influence over these various extant things.
Why did Repsian continue to post videos? Why did Creepshow Art?
Because it's their channel and their platform, and they can do whatever they fucking want to with it.
Continue to post videos. Why did all these people ignore this report? This official statement that said I was innocent.
Because none of these people do what this Twitter page this report came from does, where they dig through hundreds and thousands of fucking pages of court documents to find this shit. They don't care to do that. And I never cared to do that when I was doing this. Because who the fuck does? For a lot of people, it's drama content. For some people, they were curious about what were the legal implications of this. Mind you, that was a year ago. So where are we at now? The same place we were then. You haven't been exonerated from shit.
Just like I said. Just like I told you guys. But did you guys fucking listen? Did you listen? When I warned you about Shane Dawson, did you listen?
You wanted to hang out with him. You wanted to be his friend. I don't understand. Like, he's a scum fuck in his own right. Fuck him. I don't care. But you wanted to be his buddy. Gross minds think alike.
When I told you Coop Show art was a monster, did you listen?
After the fact.
Turns out, she's a psychopath. Was canceled for it. Repsian's accused of rape by someone who's too afraid to come forward. Jacqueline Glynn.
And you pulled that entirely out of your ass. You're going off about how people accused you of shit with no evidence, and you're going to do the exact same thing because it suits your fucking narrative. Go fuck yourself.
Is a known plagiarizer. Google Jacqueline Glynn plagiarism.
Who gives a shit? Jacqueline Glenn's a drama tuber. You know, my problem with her is she can't make up her mind as to whether or not 1 week she wants to suck your dick and 1 week she wants to throw you under the bus. You know, make up your mind. If you like having this bobbling waterhead in your circles being a pain in the ass to you constantly, just come out and say it. Otherwise, stop having takes about this because it's so fucking inconsistent. So who gives a shit? Fuck Jacqueline Glenn.
I don't got shit on Repzilla. That's just me being honest as usual. I don't got shit on Repzilla.
So then why include him?
The point is that everybody who went after me, with the exception of Repzilla, is a fraud.
Says the man who tried to rip the government off of $500,000.
Hansen? There's a warrant out for his arrest recently. Apparently it's a misunderstanding. Full disclosure. Still a warrant out for his arrest. Holy shit.
So what?
He was already arrested prior.
What's this music? Like, what?
Went to jail prior for fraud.
I guess this is video game.
For, racketeering or what the fuck ever.
Racketeering! Do you know what racketeering is? Who even gets busted for racketeering anymore? I mean, sure, he's got the look. Like, if Chris wanted to play, like, a 1920s mobster in a movie, he's certainly got the look to pull it off, but, like... yeah, say we're gonna run a smuggling racket. Yeah. Like, who the fuck gets busted for racketeering in 2021?
Bouncing a check means. So...
please don't suck the chive through your teeth on the mic like that again.
Where's the accountability? If this report came out over...
Where's the accountability for you fucking these people over emotionally by taking the most personal shit in their lives and spreading it out on the airwaves like it's nothing? Like,
a year ago. Where the fuck were you guys? You released my 911 calls, calling the cops on Chris Hansen for trespassing.
yeah, and they released footage of the cops laughing at you for being such a pussy-ass buffoon. You couldn't even come out of your house. Like, what the fuck?
Violating Washington state law. You'll share that with the public.
They don't care. The police don't give a shit. The police know that you're a fucking lunatic. Do you not, like, understand, like, what your local area's perception of you is? Like, whenever people bump into you in public, it's like a Bigfoot sighting. It's not like, look, hey, I'm taking a selfie with, like, a popular YouTuber. I'm taking a selfie is what it is I'm taking a selfie with this fucking weird lunatic who doesn't think that there's a problem with me taking a selfie to, like, fuck on him on Reddit. Like whenever people see you out and about, they just post it like somebody spotted Bigfoot. So, it's fucking hilarious. It's not even paparazzi shit, like, at this point.
Edited out of context. You're on top of that. You'll actually you'll request specifically records of events that occurred years ago. If it suits your agenda, you'll make it public. But this
what do you think courts do?
This report saying I'm innocent of any crime that somehow fucking slipped through your fingers. How is Repzilla the first one, the only person I don't have dirt on? How is Repzilla the only one to break this news?
Why do you need to have dirt on people to make your point valid? Who gives a shit about the dirt you have on other people? That just makes you look like an even bigger scumfuck. You do realize that, by the way, the majority of the reason why a lot of people don't like you for the longest time had nothing to do with you being a pedophile. It was more that they just didn't like that you were a vindictive fucking cunt. Right? That like once you got anything on anybody, you would just exploit it. But you know, you just throw being a pedophile on top of it. Like look at the next video. Holy fucking shit. Like, you can't see it because of the size of the screen down there. The next video is literally called DDLG quotes. Okay? Like, really? Like...
Haven't heard anything from Jack and Glenn. Haven't heard anything.
Like, not to king shame, but of all people, to you know...
Anything from Repsy and the two slimiest pieces of shit on YouTube.
Oh, I think there are far more slimy pieces of shit on YouTube than that, and I don't think that Repsion is a slimy piece of shit because I buried that hatchet a while ago. Because there's this thing you go through in your life called growing the fuck up and learning to just take accountability and maturing and growing past differences with people and pulling your head out of your ass. I mean, I'm sure that maybe by the time you're like 78 years old, you'll finally do that. But yeah, slimy pieces of shit. What are you fucking talking about? Like, if that's your benchmark for like scuzzy behavior on YouTube, really don't browse your own platform much. Okay.
Go
like, what about like Save the Kids coin? Okay.
figure. The only person I don't have dirt on is the only person honest enough to actually publish the statement from the authorities saying I'm innocent.
What I think is hilarious is you say that like they should feel threatened that you might accumulate dirt on them. Like they're doing you a favor somehow.
And where's my fucking apologies? I fucking told
right
you
here.
So, and you guys lynched me anyway.
I'm like George Floyd, guys.
I'm not going to get my YouTube partnership back.
Good, get a real job.
I'm not going to get my Patreon back. I'm not going to
Good, get a real job.
get my Twitch back. I'm not going to get anything back.
Get a job. You know, this is a fucking crazy thing. You have like a family to support, dipshit. Get a real job. Get a real income. The stability of your fucking household rests on you getting a solid income, and you've had to move houses fucking like what, 4 times now, and you just don't want to do it. Put your ego to bed and fucking go back to the real world. Or have you now realized that you fucked that up with your own behavior so much that you can't do that, and you need to be one of these eccentric internet personalities because it's the only thing that's left for you that's so disconnected from the real world that you don't have to worry too much about that scorn because you put up with it enough to handle it. And you don't want to deal with the indignity that your boss might figure out, oh, wait, you're that guy? With that fucking TV documentary I watched the other night, like, and then get fired because they don't want their company associated with you. You did that to you. Nobody else did. You could have avoided this all entirely by just banging people your own age.
Officially declared innocent. That documentary's not going to say sorry. Hanson's not going to say sorry.
No, because it doesn't owe you that, and he doesn't owe you that. What the fuck is wrong with you? You have like a preschooler's perception of how the world should work.
Nobody's gonna fucking apologize.
You hurt my feelings. Where's my apology? Well, what about the feelings of people that you hurt by taking their personal shit and their dirt, as you say, and spreading it around? Where's the fucking apology for that, fuckface?
And worst of all, you guys have to say Keemstar was right. Because Keemstar was the only person to give me a fucking interview.
Keemstar doesn't give a shit about you. What are you, fucking retarded? Did somebody fucking hit you in the head with a cinder block as an infant and kill the majority of your brain cells or something in the process? Keemstar just thinks you're a fucking joke. Like everyone he features on his fucking channel that he talks about. He doesn't give a shit to fucking clear your name. If it clears your name and then later comes back to bite you in the ass, he'll do it. He knows... The one thing I will say about Keem is he is like the most genius troll in the sense that he knows how to like push and pull these situations perfectly. He knows exactly how to do it. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He doesn't give a fuck if you're like fucking a crack whore in the gutter sucking dick for crack money. He doesn't give a fuck if you have a mansion and you're like Epstein Islanding it. If there's content for his channel, he'll talk about it. What do you think, that somebody like that has any faith after the years of controversy that you've been embroiled in and submerged in, that you're going to turn a new leaf and we're all going to be wrong? Fuck no. Jesus Christ. You're one of these fucking people that put your trust in just everyone and anyone and don't understand or even make the effort to understand what they're about. Which is hilarious.
And he was the only person to not jump on the bandwagon.
Were you talking about the same Keemstar? This guy brought you on a fucking Ralph's kill stream to have you shredded, like, in front of an audience of people that were just there to watch you make an ass of yourself. Are we talking about the same person? Are you kidding me?
He even deleted tweets where he initially jumped on the bandwagon.
Of course he did. You're not the only situation he's done shit like this in.
And changed his mind because he realized the facts didn't line up. How is Keemstar smarter than all of you guys?
Keemstar's smarter than you because you're so fucking stupid you don't understand how he's playing some little bit of 4D chess with you, you dumbass. He does this with everybody he's fucking fucked around with on his channel. Good lord. That's the only reason I used to, like, watch that guy back in the day, because Drama Alert was hilarious because it would create drama to have drama to talk about. He's great at fucking with people. And it's all he's doing with you is fucking with you. He's not your friend. He doesn't give a fuck about you.
That's what I really want to fucking know. And how do you guys sleep? How do you guys look at yourselves in the mirror?
Quite comfortably.
Knowing that these YouTubers, they don't talk about real cases. They don't talk about people who are in the public eye.
No, nobody that's part of any of these channels has ever watched Jim Can't Swim or That Chapter, or, you know, they don't watch anything that deals with real cases and true crime and shit. No, they don't. They just fucking pull conspiracy theories out of their ass. We're all InfoWars subscribers.
There's women and men who are victims of horrible crimes every single day. They don't
look at this bullshit diversion from the goddamn. You can't ever stop doing this. There's more hyperbole.
mention any of them. Why? Because it won't get them clicks. It won't get them views.
Are you fucking kidding me? When Jim Can't Swim did a video about that fuck who did the Parkland shooting, within 2 days it had 20 million views. What are you talking about? True crime channels are exploding on YouTube right now, mostly due to like fucking bored elderly and like middle-aged women who want to sit there and just obsess over fucking serial killers all day. But it's as far as content, it is fucking explosive right now. Jesus Christ, I clicked on one fucking video the other day. I think it was a That Chapter video. Let's give it a Q. And like my fucking feed was just like with, you know, similar content due to the algorithm. But motherfuckers were making bank off this shit. 200,000, 300, 400, 1.5 million views. Jesus Christ. They don't talk about real cases because it won't get them clicks. Are you shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me?
So again, congratulations to Repsian. Congratulations to Jacqueline Glynn. Congratulations to all the people who just dragged hashtag MeToo through the fuck.
Like, how many clicks is like watching you play with your foreskin gonna get you? Like, slosh the water on my brain challenge. I got only 10 views. Like,
fucking gutter. So you guys can make a fucking extra penny. Pieces of shit. Fuck you.
Get a job. Get a job. All right, I'm done. I've spent an hour and 8 minutes in hell.